John, I just wanted to show you a number of little issues. We took the crash rail off the upholstery. This is the surrounding your cockpit, and you can see that quite a bit of the wood is rotted away where the staples have been put over the years. Now we have a real easy fix for that. We take a router, we route this area out, and when we put in a new insert for the staples to go into, and we make sure that it can't be seen outside of the crash rail upholstery. So anyway, we've got to do that. Somebody's already done something similar to that back here with some treated wood. We've got the same thing going on the other side, so we'll take care of that. Of course, we were talking about we wanted to, as soon as we had the engine out, we wanted to check these frames. We had found one bad frame with the engine in, and so and I'll show you that frame again. To give you a frame of reference, here's your water intake. Here's where your prop shaft goes through. So here was the frame that here's the frame we'd found issues in right here. It's not real bad, but it needs to be replaced. The cancer needs to be got out. The frame that was not accessible while the engine was in place, here's one of the engine mounts where it went down, fastened down to the stringers right here. So here's one that we couldn't get to, and as you can see, it's just really soft, and we're going to have to replace quite a bit of wood here. Alright, then next frame up looks okay. It's next to this bag, which I think we had the alternator in the bag. But at any rate, this frame turns out to be okay. This frame we have a little bit of damage just right in the top of the frame, but we're going to change this piece right here. It's where the two sides actually, it's a connector for the two sides. We can change that one. And the end of this frame is rotted and broken away. So we'll cut that off and we'll sister that. And then someone else had done some work already on a frame. You'll see a piece of treated wood right down in here. And look at this Rube Goldberg contraption from your bilge pump. We got some big bilge hose, and then we got a pipe nipple and a reducer and another pipe nipple and some more bilge hose, and we'll make that all nice and neat and enlarge the bilge hole, keep it as large as we can. That helps the pumping capacity. But anyway, you see this treated wood down here I'm pointing at. We'll get that guy out of there and get the right kind of wood in there, and we'll also run the screws all the way in and fasten it all the way through. Okay, so those are the issues we found on the frames. Not real bad. It was kind of interesting. Something caught Andy's eye, and see if I can make the camera let it catch your eye as well. There it is. We have a crack right here that we can actually see daylight through. So we have a piece of a plank that we'll short plank this. We'll replace about the last 4 to 6 foot of that plank, and the plank adjacent to it is soft. We'll replace about 6 foot of that plank, and we have another plank on the other side that is, where'd it go? Yeah, that's soft back here. We'll do about 4 foot of that plank. Right here on the interior, now I'm going to show we've got some pictures we're going to be putting on here, but the end of this deck support was rotted out, so we replaced the end of the deck support. It's all sister frame behind here, and the decks had collapsed back here, so that's all collapsed, meaning they had been driven down, and so that's fixed on both sides. And we've got the new pieces of wood back in here that were too short originally also, and this center piece of wood was bowed down where someone had just pulled the lifting ring down too far and just bowed that piece. So that's all taken care of now. All those problems are gone. They're out of the way. All right. We have a little bit. This is nothing expensive, but it's something that's got to be taken care of. You can see I can we got some supports that support the interior, and then that need to be replaced. Of course, the interior holds water, and then lets that water drain